I'm Jan Elder. I'm the Director of Contracting for CHAMPS Group Purchasing, and I work with the contracting team to maintain, grow, and manage the CHAMPS portfolio of contracts. Day to day, we are in the business of both establishing new contracts for the CHAMPS portfolio, as well as doing what I call the care and feeding of the portfolio, which is making sure that pricing is up to date, all of the paperwork, etc., associated with the contract is there. We are always looking for new contracts, so we're dealing with the new leads that come to us from all different sources, and then working with the suppliers on all different kinds of things related to the business of the contract itself. Our sources for contracts come from a variety of different places. Many suppliers come to us through our open sourcing process through the internet, where you can go onto our website and click on Become a Supplier and submit an inquiry through that method. Others are referred to us either by our members or some of our other associates, or even from within the organization. And then we have a contract calendar now with a formal schedule of RFPs, so the supplier community can look at that and then determine when we'll be open in a particular contract category and they can be considered. We do have representation of small businesses and Ohio-based businesses in our portfolio, and we do highlight that for our members. But our portfolio runs the full gamut, from small locally based suppliers to names you would know internationally. Well, our contracts cover the full spectrum of our members' needs. So we have some clinically based contracts that would be in the nursing or OR arena. We have a lot of contracts in the maintenance, repair, and operations world. We have contracts related to food, others that are based on services that our members need, things like natural gas or things in the IT realm. So we really have quite a wide variety of contracts to offer our members, and they are a complement to our national partner Premier's portfolio. Premier is our national partner, so they have thousands of contracts to offer our members. The CHAMPS portfolio exists to address gaps that there can be in their portfolio. So we are always looking for suppliers in categories that Premier doesn't offer. We work with suppliers who maybe are more regional in nature. So Premier's portfolio tends to be national in scope, and we have the ability to work with suppliers who serve a more regional membership or a more regional service area. And then we also work with suppliers who, for whatever reason, do not hold a Premier contract, but are important to our members, and so address their needs. Well, there's a wealth of information about what it means to become a supplier in our portfolio on our website. And I would invite anyone who's interested in finding out what it means to become a GPO contracted supplier to visit our website and look at the supplier side. There's great resource information there on how it can be beneficial to your business. And then beyond that, we work with the suppliers. We often field inquiries from the field. Ultimately, we direct everyone back to our website so that they can enter our process through the become a supplier process. Getting them set up through our web portal is very important. And then, there's a lot of Q&A that goes on between the suppliers and us so that we get to know each other better as part of the process in those very early stages, so that we're certain that the supplier understands what it means to become a GPO contracted supplier, all of the obligations that entails, all of the paperwork that it entails, because there are rules of engagement, so to speak, that we have to honor as we ramp up a GPO contract. So, but we're here to answer questions and be a resource. And usually that begins once the member submits our intake document and we get to see what it is exactly that they're offering to us on a contracted basis. Well, one of the things that I think is really special about CHAMPS group purchasing is that we have the ability to be flexible and nimble when it comes to working with suppliers. Some of the suppliers who we work with, for whatever reason, have worked with a GPO and maybe not had the experience that they had hoped for. Sometimes the paperwork can just be really daunting, and I'm not going to lie, GPO contract paperwork has a lot of components to it, but we have the ability to work with the suppliers and be flexible on many points that other GPOs won't. So, and then I think that the experience that the suppliers have once they come into the portfolio, working with our client services team, engaging with us, we're not a love them and leave them kind of a GPO. I think we're attentive not only to our clients, but also to our supplier community, so that people often tell us that it's a great experience working with us. I mean, we really put a premium on vendor relations. We anything that we can, anything that comes up, we really do try to work with the supplier. I mean, obviously, there are some things that we cannot change about our contract, whether it's from a legal standpoint or just in terms of how a GPO contract works. But wherever we can, we really try to work with the supplier to craft something that will be a win-win-win for the supplier, for our members, and for CHAMPS. I think really and truly, there's what the contracting department does, and as I said, we really work toward creating a win-win-win contract and experience for the suppliers, our members, and CHAMPS. But I think that we couldn't succeed with our contracts if it weren't for our client services team and the marketing that they do, and the attentiveness and expertise that they bring to our members in working with them. We tell every supplier, when you succeed, we succeed, but no contract can work unless both sides work it. So it's not just the supplier, it's also what we do. It's a very equal partnership, and the contracting team, I think, does everything we can to create a contract that will be successful for all concerned.